In this video, we're going to look at the next stage of painting Mortarion. Hi guys, Mike back again with part 2 of my Mortarion series of videos. I didn't realise it was going to be a series of videos until I started making this one. The previous video, you'll have seen that I unboxed Mortarion for the Horus Heresy rather than the GW Demon version. And I've got him prepared for painting now. So I just wanted to show you what I do, how I go about it, sub-assemblies, all that sort of stuff. So we have broken him down. So we started off with the chap himself. I've kept him on the base for holding there. Clipped that off and tidied all the stuff around his foot off. But I've kept him on one bit here, just so I can paint him easily. What I've done is I've glued the arms on. And as we saw in the previous video, that there were little notches that the arms actually go into, so you can get the positioning of the scythe correct. So they went on very nicely. Virtually no cleanup. It was just so nice. So there's a little bit there that I just need to nip off there. And then there's that. And then all of the pipe work on the back. The instructions are very good. So there's 6 pipes on the back of his backpack, which all go in and fit very nicely. And then these 3 sensors, which are basically his phosphex bombs. Mortarion comes with an unlimited supply of phosphex bombs that he can throw in the shooting phase. So that's what they are. So they've glued on really nicely. Just glued him all together with super glue. No issues at all. So that's one sub-assembly. Excuse me. And then next sub-assembly, we've just got the scythe. So I've glued the blade to the shaft and just used a bit of brass rod to stick into one of the holes so I can paint the scythe separately, and then the scythe will be attached to Mortarion when he's finished. Also decided to paint Lantern, his sidearm, separately, and again can put a little pin in there, put a little bit of brass rod, because this little notch here glues onto his leg, and then once this is taken off you won't be able to see that, so that's separate. Just so, because it glues in here, so I can get into all this detailing. And getting the cape in is going to be a pain if Lantern is already glued on. So I've left that off. Then we've got the loincloth bit. Had some breakage. These little buckles, it was broken when I went to clip them off, but that's okay because these sort of sit under. They sit under this bit here, so you can't really see. And coupled with the fact that he's gone to Chaos, he's not bothered about a broken buckle, and nor am I. So there we go. That's another sub-assembly. Then his head. Again, very easy sub-assembly. And that will just get glued on when it's finished. And his cape. I've not pinned this. I'm just going to paint this, sort of hold it and paint it and do whatever I'm going to do to it. Excuse this cough, guys. And then this kind of slips up under the phosphex bombs and sort of goes like that. Something like that, anyway. It's hard to do when you are... There we go. Like that. Something like that. So the phosphex bombs are kind of there. This goes sort of up there somewhere. But that's fine too. So once that's painted and glued on, I can then put the lantern on his hip. And then just the base. So we've got the little addy bit, the little added-on bit, to make it a complete big base, scenic base. We've got his 40mm base there, which is just glued on to the scenic bit is glued onto the 40mm base. And then his 60mm base, his main display base. Again, I've built it up with some gravel and rock and stuff, which is fine. And then this goes in here like this, and then that goes on there like that. So that's the scenic base as is. I did half think about kind of magnetizing it or doing something, but to be fair, if I'm going to be gaming with Mortarion, he's going to be on this, and this will be at home. and if he's on this, it'll be in my display cabinet. So I don't need to pin it or glue it, or sorry, not glue it, or magnetize it. I'm pretty happy with just the way it's gonna sort of sit just naturally. You know, I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. So that's how it's going to look. And then obviously Mortarion will, I think he's sort of standing on there like that somehow. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to go off and prime all of this now. I'm going to stick all of these pins into corks and prime it all up and then get painting. So I'll kind of maybe do some updates as I'm going along. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.